Boop. 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 Alright. Let's give this a shot. I've tried a couple of new things. I have no clue if they're gonna do good work or bad work, or if it'll just work. We'll just have to wait and see. Hello, Nathan. Congrats on grabbing first for the 60th time. GG's, dude. How are you doing? I'm gonna post to the Discord. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. And I probably ought to submit my taxes as well, like a good king. Boop. Okay. Hello, hello. Nathan, take me submitting your taxes, Water Ghost, Coral, myself. Hi. How are you all doing? Today we're gonna be doing some fishing for about 1 hour. I'm just gonna set a timer for 45 minutes and see where that puts us, because we're gonna have to, like, I do need to, like, end in an hour, but I need to coordinate around the ads a little bit, so I don't want to, like, go super long after. This is also to test out some things with YouTube, because I've been finding more and more often the YouTube algorithm is not promoting live streams. I saw a couple of creators talking about this a couple days ago on Twitter. I think it was CPK, Quip, Avid, and there's a couple of other people that I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Maybe it was Solidarity, possibly. But there were a few Minecraft streamers in specific that were talking about how viewership on the platform is down in live stream terms. So I was like, you know what? Let me run my own experiment here and see if we try something completely different. So I made it more as a, I guess, like a curiosity thing. If you could spare an hour, you might have a reason to click the stream. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Frog, thanks for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Hello, Coral. Boom indeed. Finally, someone I can watch and chill. Heck yeah. Your YouTube lives have been busy though. They've been busier than they have been recently, but before this wave, it was up actually before even now. They're definitely getting to be better, but it's still not where it was. Or arguably where I guess it should be from the last drop. And on the vertical side, it's definitely more active, but the horizontal side, the impressions are practically dead. Hello, Remington. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Hello. Rift, hi. How are you doing, dude? Good to see you. Nikita, hello. So today we're just gonna be fishing for about an hour. That's all I've got. I'm almost done with that episode. I just have to do a little bit more editing. I've been really struggling the last couple of days to get it done. I started a new medication, and it's been okay for the most part, but the first few doses kind of made me a little ill. So I'm good now, but if you asked me to do anything yesterday, it probably would not have gotten done, if I'm being honest. Hello, Raiders, Emeralds, Ace. How was your stream today? I didn't get to catch it today, but I saw the last couple of streams was MCC Island. What were you guys up to today, if you don't mind me asking? Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow Emeralds Ace. They're a lovely streamer. A lot of fun to hang out around. If that was our first, like, cast and it was a mending book, I would have just quit stream right away. Oh my goodness, that would have been legendary. Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Raiders. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Coral. Emerald Raid. Hi, Raiders. Yes, hello. We need to clear those out. So I know a lot of you have probably gotten like your fair share of fishing lately. I know Skyblock Kingdoms had their fishing event like probably a month ago at this point, maybe a little less than that. Um, and then of course now, well, I've been fishing from before that a little bit to now. And I know there's also an event going on the King's Court server, King Elfie's viewer joinable server with fishing. So I wouldn't blame you guys if you're like really sick and tired of the fishing content, but it needs to happen. We're gonna get a mending book today within the hour. I can't feel it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm doubting it a lot, but somebody's got to do it, and that somebody's just gonna have to be me. Now, if this book doesn't, if we don't get a mending book today, you know what? We could actually do a prediction. Let's set up a prediction really quick. Do you guys think we're gonna get a mending book? Start prediction. Mending today. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to submit on that. Okay. I think that's a fair amount of time. If we somehow catch it within this 5 minutes, then we will reset the prediction, and then you'll all vote no. But for those of you who are believers, just so you are aware, we should be due to get one technically anytime now. I mean, obviously it's impossible to know for certain, but it's definitely doable. We've only caught one book so far, and we have used our fishing rod 6,700 times. So it could be any time now. Theoretically. Possibly. Love being gone for a week and greeted to ads. Who doesn't love that? Ads are lovely. Ads are great. I just now realized the Raiders probably popped in straight up to ads. I'm so sorry, guys. Welcome on in. Hope you're all doing well. I apologize for that. If you guys haven't already, again, just want to throw that out there. Go follow Emerald Ace. Great content over there. Nope, I'm not voting. Chicken. Crazy. I mean, it's a little bit of gambling. It's just a little bit. It's okay. A friendly wager. I've been so busy. Did you see everything I sent? I know it was a lot. I didn't read the most recent thing, but I did listen to and read the things before that. I'm trying to find a Twitch way to say all this. There was a lot. There was a lot. Well, I'm glad to see you back and kicking it around on Twitch. I think I'm gonna catch one. I know I keep flip-flopping, but I'm trying to think here. The odds say technically I should get one, but that's not how statistics work either. Like, technically speaking, every cast I do, it's a 1 in 6,000 chance or whatever it is. It's actually, I think, 1 in 3,000 or something like that. But, you know, every cast I do, that's always a 1 in 3,000. But technically, also, by just by knowing the pool of loot that you have in here, it just becomes more probable, I guess, would be the term. The probability never changes, but the predictability of it being a mending book slowly rises, I suppose. It sure is. It sure is, Riff. There's still time left. I'm the only person who voted, so I lose money or gain nothing. You'll gain a little bit if you're right. or you'll lose some. A lot if you're wrong. Whoever has faith in me, I love you guys so much. And to Coral, I have some not so nice things to say to you. I hope you choke on a Cheeto, and I hope that your water lines freeze. I don't know why that's what I picked. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna check this mending book until the prediction is inactive anymore. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait to check that, because if that's a mending book, then I'm in trouble. And I'd have to end the prediction. Did you do waterline freeze to cross the line? Yeah, that was a little bit much. That's my bad. I apologize. I take it back. Seems like a lot like Harassment King. Harassment, harassment's a word for it, I suppose. Like, I'm not gonna actually go and freeze your water lines. That seems like a lot of work. Could I do it? Sure. Will I do it? No. Okay, predictions are locked. We've got 83% of voters say no, I will not get mending today, and 17% saying yes. Well, good news for those of you who voted no, you're still in the running. How'd you take it seeing all that crazy stuff dropped in out of left field? There was a lot there. There was a lot there. I haven't really wrapped my head around all of it. 83% of points bet are no, not users. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't see the actual number of users that bet on my little summary screen. King threats are against TOS. A lot of the ones that I initially wanted to say were probably a little too far. Like, I was gonna just say, I hope you step on a Lego, but that is too far. As somebody who has genuinely stepped on Legos, it sucks. I'm catching a lot of books. I'm scared. I'm scared. Greetings from Indonesia. Hello, Zira? Hello. Welcome on in. I get wishing bodily harm upon someone, but water lines you were raised better. An admiral voted more than 10 points this time. 2 people bet yes. 2 other people bet no. Somebody heard about both. Yeah, you wanted to win a bigger share. I get it. That's fair. We got this. Oh, Nikita and Admiral both believe in me. That's very nice of you guys. I think that's... Wait, do you guys believe in me? Or do you not? I just realized I might be reading this in reverse. I can't... Yeah, you guys believe in me. Thank you. I mean, it's debatable whether Admiral actually believes in me. He's just betting wherever the most money can be made. But I get it. Believe is a strong word. I put 1,467 on no. That's a really obscure number. Is there a reason why, or did you just feel like it? 1,467. Crazy. Evened out my channel points. Okay, I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. Toss those in there. Okay, what we got? We got books. I've caught a lot of books. I don't know what's with that. Like, this is an abnormal amount for one session, I guess. I gotta go get a new barrel. Admiral, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. I need this. Alright. Boop, boop. That's my tactic too, but sure, you'll get it, right? I'm gonna just... I might be the only believer here, but... Believer, I hardly know her. I have faith in us, guys. This is an us thing. It's teamwork, okay? Trust me. If you guys don't believe, then maybe I'll get it. Maybe it's more likely the less faith you have. I don't know. I don't make up the rules here. What I do know is the next book we catch is going to be Mending, and it's going to have a secondary enchantment on it. One that I may not necessarily care for too much, but it'll probably be good for a sword. Oh, I'm not paying taxes today until we get the book. Oh no. Nikita, you went all in? Oh boy. Oh no. I gotta get that book. I never pay my taxes. I'm being chased by the IRS. No, that's fair. I get it. I'm always scared by the IRS because, like, I'll be forthcoming on this. I don't make a ton of money. In fact, I usually make enough that I don't have to file. That's usually the bracket I'm in. So I'm always worried that they're gonna, like, flag it and say, you haven't paid in 4 years. And I'm gonna have to, like, actually go through an auditing process where I tell them, yeah, no, I'm just actually broke. And I don't know what that's gonna look like. I really don't know what that's gonna look like. But it'll be a time. Let me tell you guys, it'll be quite the time. Oof, a risk taker. Somebody's waiting to be thrown in dungeons. Officer, you have to understand, I'm a loser. Exactly. But it'll make a killer video, let me tell you guys. I do not... I'm not, like, avoiding taxes. Let me just throw that out there. But the neat thing about if I ever did get audited for just actually being that low of an earner, I can make a video about it and then make money off of that. So I think that's pretty cool, right? What all recordings did you watch of what I sent you? Whatever the most recent folder was, I believe I listened to all of those. The one with the one PDF and the... What was it 12? Was it 12 recordings? I listened to all of them, I think. Did you watch the 4 prior? I think so. It was a couple days ago that I did. I'm trying to remember what they were. Oh. I'm trying to remember. Hang on. It'll come to me. Usually it does. Given Up was on there, I'm pretty sure. Although that might have been in the folder and I'm merging things. I kind of go through it all at once. I just check my DMs once in a while. So I know Giving Up was not in the prior 4. Okay. Was Breaking the Habit in there, maybe? That may have not been in there either. but I can also hear it. In the end, wasn't in that one, I think. Shout out to the friendly fire, waiting for the end to break the habit. Okay, I gotcha. All four of those are actually bangers, though. Let me tell you. Friendly Fire is such a slept-on song, but it is absolute great. Waiting for the End as well. I think that one. All four of those. I don't know. I mean, Breaking the Habit gets attention. I'll admit that one. I feel like the other three though don't hardly get nearly. It doesn't get nearly the attention that things like Numb, New Divide, and In the End. You know, it doesn't get nearly that much attention, which is, I mean, you know, it is what it is. What are we gonna do about it? Those songs are just, they're kind of bigger than the artist in a lot of ways. Whether that be from the fact that they were featured in a movie like Transformers, or it's just that big of a work that it defines that whole artist's career. It's really easy for there to be a couple of songs like that. For example, Rick Astley, completely different genre, but everybody knows him as the Never Gonna Give You Up guy. But he has a lot of songs, a ton of songs, but he will always be known as the Never Gonna Give You Up guy. The song is probably more well known than his name is, truthfully, which is kind of crazy. You know, if you played the song, most people would call it the Rick roll, not Never Gonna Give You Up. They probably wouldn't even, I don't even know if they'd be able to tell you why it's called Rick roll, which is kind of scary now that I'm thinking about that. The thing with all those recordings you last saw, my voice was on need of rest days or recovering. Also, I agree they are slept on. Yeah. Your voice sounded a little raw in a couple of them, so it sounded, I guess, it had a whole different tone in it than some of your other recordings. So it almost, in some aspects, like, you had probably less control over it, but in other aspects, it also sounded pretty cool. I didn't go all in. I didn't want to lose my points like that. That's fair. Fool's Gambit. 12 on the folder one. My voice, body was shot. If you read what happened right before it. Is that in the other document that you sent after that? I haven't read that. It was, I think you said it was 57 pages. I haven't found the time in the day yet, but I may be able to go through and read it at some point. Emo only, that's crazy. That's wild, Nathan. Oh, man. Part of the reason I also capped it at an hour today, is I was planning on trying to edit a little bit more. Because like I said, this video is almost done. I just need to kind of spend some more time getting a couple of things put in. But there's also the fact that I am tired. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. I am tired. So, an hour stream keeps me at, I mean, it'll put me at 9. I'll spend like 3 hours doing a little bit of editing, maybe. Possibly. And then I will take my meds, eat something, because I have to eat with the med, and then I can sleep at some point after that. It'll be great. Dude, I kind of like this mode. It's nice when you're a VIP, isn't it? VIPs and mods being able to talk and emote only is one of the coolest things ever. Sorry, Nikita. I mean, it gives you an actual perk to getting VIP, that's for sure. I also got to watch a stream last night. I very rarely get to watch just random streamers. I keep myself so busy. I have my main streamers that I watch. I do my streams, I do my videos, and sometimes I'll play a video game for myself every once in a while. So I kind of just browsed and watched a few streamers last night for a little bit, which is cool. It's nice to always see what other people are up to. Bop. 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 This chest is almost filled up on a lot of items. We're gonna have to put down a new barrel before long. Where's... there. Okay. I really want to do some extra building stuff soon as well. I'm thinking maybe on Tuesday, if I can get enough done, I'd like to go ahead and dig out where we're gonna put the library, or at the very least start digging out other areas of the build. I mean, I can show you guys really quick. It wouldn't take me long. We have a lot of digging to do down here, this way and this way. And then there's a lot of digging that needs to happen over in here. Back that way, somewhere in this direction, there's going to be some more digging, and somewhere over here, there might be a little bit of a dig as well. So there's enough there that I need probably get my butt back into working on it. But at the same time, I also really want to build the volcano. So I may just veto the digging for a little bit until I figure out what I need to do in order to build this volcano. Figure out the material gradients. And once I know that, then I can probably do it. I don't know yet. There's a lot of things that go into building that I really don't pay enough attention to. I sent a message right after the folders, so if you want to see the 12 recordings, okay. I will check that out after stream, probably. Yep. Oh, also, Swifty told me that I couldn't remove ad time until I replaced it with something. I am actively still working on adding some new channel point things. It was on my to-do list. I'm just really lazy sometimes. But there will be some new things added hopefully soon-ish. Possibly. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't want to, like, promise anything more at this point, because I think I've proven I'm more than capable of breaking promises, and I'm not great at fulfilling them right now. So I need to do better. But before long, I'll have it figured out, hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not optimistic with myself anymore. I'll be 100% there. I have a lot of people asking me about Omnia lately. My brother asked about it. I had some friends ask me about it a couple days ago when I hopped into a voice call with them. And then I was talking to somebody today, and they kind of were shocked to hear that I was working on a video game, and they're like, well, when can I play it? And I'm like, haha, you can't. Not yet. Not anytime soon. Um, so it's good to know people are still excited for it. I just feel bad I haven't worked on it in like a month, probably longer than that at this point. I it's been an interesting couple of days. Let me tell you guys, it's been a very interesting couple of days. Can we maybe get some sound effects like creeper exploding? We could definitely look into that. We used to have it, but the problem was people would spam it at like terrible times. So it would kind of lose all of its effect. And so I just kind of removed it out of frustration because it wasn't even getting me, and people were getting mad that they couldn't get me because I was just that desensitized to it. So I got rid of it, and then I never brought it back because I wanted to wait for the culture to change a little bit. And I think we're at a point where we could at least bring it back, and if it gets spammed again, I'll just stick a nasty cooldown on it for like 10 minutes. If I have to. And then I'll just say you guys brought it upon yourselves. But yeah, we could definitely do that. Maybe, I don't know, Enderman, Creeper, and I'm trying to think of another thing that might kind of be a good jump scare sound. Ghast. Ghast is a good one. Yeah, that might be the best one. Oh, the only other one that would be kind of funny would be Pillager, only because of the fact that there's so many pillagers in here that it may genuinely drive me nuts while I look for a pillager. I don't know. I'll have to see if there's a way I can also hide it on my chat screen so I can't see when you guys redeem it. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. But those are some good ones, yeah. Theoretically, I could also have just a random jump scare button and it plays different sound effects. But I like the idea of you guys being able to pick some of them. One that gets me every time that's on some of my friends' streams is there's a door knock one. And I could set it so that it plays only in my left ear, which is where my door is. And it would probably throw me off so many times. So I have debated at possibly that one as well. There's a few good ones. Let me. Somebody put that in Discord. Like, even if you just type it in general, like sound redeems, something like that, it'll trigger my brain. I'll remember, and then I can consider some implementations, and then maybe I'll set aside a day to work on that. Door knock is great. Door knock is wonderful. I tried to say hi before my Twitch started lagging really bad, so I don't know if it came through. Hello, Diana. Welcome on in. Hello. Welcome in. Do you have any advice for someone wanting to learn guitar? I would say the most important thing, pick some songs that you want to learn and try to work towards that, but always have something that you're working towards. Whether that be even just improving how you play a song, you know? Um, Taking shortcuts is fine in the short run, but always improving is the goal. Um, so I'm still learning new ways, for example, on how to play different variations of the F chord, because sometimes it sounds a little nicer with a different voicing on it. Depending on where you're wanting to go with guitar, that's the other thing. If you're wanting to play solos and stuff, that's a little different than playing chords. If you can, learning both is good. It's a really good skill to have. It makes it easy to jam with people or to show off something to other people. And they're kind of tied together a little bit because you'll learn the net by doing bar chords and stuff. You know, for example, I know pretty much all the bar chords for the E shape, all the way up, because I just know. I've been playing for that long, but also it's really helpful when it comes to notations and figuring out where to play a solo. But someone is me. That's totally fair. Other thing, start slow, start small if you have to. There's some great books out there. I have some in my closet. I could pull them out. I think they're by Hal Leonard. They actually have a lot of good information, especially the first book. It has all the notes on the first 3 frets on all of the strings. And it teaches you how to play songs based on that, and it builds your skills up as you go. So it's a good one. I can safely recommend that. A lot of libraries have music books as well, so if you ever wanted something and you couldn't find it online, there's a lot of libraries out there that you can kind of look that stuff up on. I hate F. F is the worst. It is the actual worst. Hi, I would like to get here earlier, but I got some stuff in my head that I need to deal with. No worries, dude. Hello, welcome on in. Hello, used. F is a tough one, but so often used. Yep. Now, if you can find a couple different versions of F, it's not too bad. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing it the easy way, because ultimately with guitar, I'm more concerned about if you can actually do it, not how you do it. If you play it, you know, with perfect chords, that's great. But if you can only play it with the cowboy chords, as a lot of people call them nowadays, then that's awesome too. You still can play the song. So ultimately, find a way that you can play it, but challenge yourself every once in a while. Like Nikita said there, Nikita loves the sound of a B minor chord, but it sucks to play. There's a couple different B minors out there though, so if you can't get the one on fret 2, barring all of them except muting the top string, then maybe you could do the one on, is it 7th fret? No, B minor would be 6th fret, I think. Maybe you could bar there instead. Sometimes it's easier to bar way up. For me, it sometimes is. Not for everybody, of course, but some people it is. Also, I think I was right. It is the 7th, because there's no B sharp, but there's an A sharp. So yeah, 7th fret, sorry. This is like really abstract in my head. I hope it's not nearly as abstract when I'm talking about it. Yeah. I do not know how to read music. Oh, it's okay. I forgot how to do that. The books do a good job teaching it. I need to get back into it at some point because I would like to read it. But I'm kind of debating maybe just waiting until I learn how to play a piano and learning how to play it, then read sheet music. Only because it's really inconvenient to get to. Same with B minor. You have short fingers? No, I just don't like it. Fair. It's been 3 years. I have short, chubby fingers. I know, right? I listen to B minor. Exactly. Maybe you just have long fingers. Average, I guess. Never really thought about it. I have pretty abnormally large fingers, so I can get around, but I also that is one exercise you could do. Chord transitions are fun. I mean, I can quickly show you guys if you wanted. Finger stretches help. Yes, silly spiders. I was about to show you guys that actually here. Let me. Electric's easier to get to right now. Okay, so here's the guitar. So you go fret 1. You play. If it buzzes, then you push a little harder. Then you go up 1. You just kind of go up and down, and you do that on all of the strings, and you go way up, and walk it back down if you wanted to. That's nice. But if you want to like challenge yourself a little bit, pick chords that you don't usually have to transition between. Because like, for example, this is a G, but you can also play a C and a D without having to move. Same thing with E minor. But if you wanted to get from, let's say, B minor, which would be here, and you wanted to get up to an A, well, there's a couple of places you could do. So you could go like that to here, which is an A, or this is where it helps to know bar chords. You could go up here and bar up there and play an A instead. It gives you a lot of options knowing your bar chords and being able to do it. With an electric, you can cheat. With an electric, you can definitely cheat because it's a lot easier to bar here. I mean, I could F, F sharp, F, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. But you can go way up. And it gives you so many options there. So I recommend if you can. That's like a little bit later down the road kind of thing. But I knocked it, then I tried it. I can't go back. Also, I know you guys probably couldn't hear a single thing out of that. That thing is quiet. My mic is not set up for that. I'm 5'2". Do I need a guitar for short people? I giggled and I thought about it, but seriously though, I don't think so. I mean, it all depends on how it feels. If it feels like it's way too big for you, it wouldn't hurt to at least see how it feels in your hands to have a smaller guitar. There's nothing wrong with a smaller guitar, nothing at all, honestly. You know, my music teacher, he was really good about this. He always said, you know, and I've been echoing it this entire time. It doesn't matter how you play it so long as you can play it. So if a big guitar is too big, then there is nothing wrong with you having a smaller guitar, because all that matters is that you can actually play it. Even if it's technically wrong. I've had a lot of people comment on playing styles before when I've played, and they've said you're playing this chord wrong, or it doesn't sound exactly like they're chording, but I still played it right. You know, ultimately, if you can tell what the tune is, and if you're comfortable with the way you're playing it, then it's right. Um, and if you make a mistake, make it twice, because that's just jazz. So, that two of the best lessons right there in all of music, probably. Pick up those. I heard it. Thank you for showing me. No problem. I do actually want to make, if I ever get around to that music channel, it's on my list. I would like to actually set up a series of videos showing the process I'd go through to learn guitar. Probably spread out over a course of 5 years, essentially. So week 1 all the way up into week 200, I guess, would probably be where it would stop. Because by that point, you'd have all the basics plus a lot of the mastery done. Because there is a lot that you can learn in guitar, but it's not realistic to learn everything that you want to learn in a short time span. You know, some weeks are fast, some are very, 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 very long, and you're not able to learn at, you know, the speed of light, and that's okay. Okay, we're gonna snooze the ad. We've got another 15 minutes here. I believe. I'll go for 10 more. Okay. There we go. Perhaps try banjo. They're typically smaller. Banjos are so cool. I love a banjo. I've never actually been able to play one. I know some people who can, though. They're really cool instruments. I could probably learn how to play them. I just don't know how they're actually tuned. So that kind of makes it, I guess, probably a little difficult. My little sister's ukulele. Ukuleles are pretty cool. Again, no clue how they're tuned. I know, let's see, I know how to play a C and a G. And I think the other one's an F, but I might be wrong. I know a couple of chords on there because I was told I had to play in a music recital with all of these kids, and they were like, everybody could play a ukulele here. I'm like, I don't know how to play a ukulele. They're like, just trust us. That was fun. That was honestly an okay time. Ukuleles are cool though. That one wouldn't be one I'd be opposed to learning. Cause here's the cool thing about stringed instruments. Well, any strummed string instrument. The playing on your right hand is almost always exactly the same. Finger picking will change just a little bit, but you'll always have the same strum patterns, so you don't have to relearn that part. That's usually the worst part, is learning rhythm, I guess. And that's just something you learn over time, playing with some sort of metronome or playing with a track. Sometimes when I've been asked to play songs on stream, I've actually been asked to play songs that I didn't know. And so I would actually listen to it on my computer through my headphones and play along with it. So that I could get a feel for the chord changes on where they were, the timing of the song, and the tune, because obviously I didn't know the song. But that's a great way to actually learn how to play as well, is kind of just listening to it. Guitars, the fun thing with them is the strumming pattern is kind of similar to a drum beat. It's very it usually stays sort of the same throughout the song until there's a fill. And then you might do like a small transition where you're doing like 4 down strums and then into a whole new pattern, but you can't technically play the same pattern throughout the whole song. There's a lot of there's a lot of things, and I'm just yapping at this point. It's probably not doing anybody any good, but I can yap for way too long. I'm sorry. I feel old king. Happy birthday, Swiftu. How was your birthday? It was yesterday, right? How was it? Also, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, dude. Crazy. I try to learn that 70s show theme. Hannah Montana songs. Hannah Montana. Oh my goodness. Ah. I miss being able to like wake up. I mean, this is a long time ago, but wake up and then turn on the TV and Hannah Montana was on. Maybe not when I woke up. When I woke up, there's probably something else on, but so much Hannah Montana growing up. And then Wizards and Sweet Life. A little later on, we had Good Luck Charlie and Jesse. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Sweet niblets. I'm sure there's so many things that I'm not even like realizing. Rico was a character. Oh, I need to go. Maybe I could get Admiral to watch Hannah Montana with me. We haven't watched that show in forever. I don't know if he's ever seen all of it. Admiral, are you here? Sure. Okay. I was just curious. Have you seen... How much of Hannah Montana have you seen, if any? That's probably the better question. And that's Raven. I was obsessed with Power Rangers. I watched, like, half of an episode of Power Rangers, but my mom didn't let us watch very much of it. Drive a car now, but I think I'll pass. Fair enough. Those were around when I was younger. I watched Disney before they had their own channel. It was like Jetix, ABC, Disney. Oh, interesting. Okay, I can respect that. I don't remember a time like that. I was kind of growing up when things started phasing out, really. But I grew up at least in front of a TV enough that I do remember those things. Like, I remember when they ended a lot of those shows. Like, I remember when they ended Hannah Montana. I remember when they ended Wizards of Waverly Place and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and then into Sweet Life on Deck. And I remember when they ended that too. But then I remember when they brought in like I would say the last of the good stuff. You know, their more recent attempts at making TV haven't been great. I don't remember how much. That's fair. I've never seen Hannah Montana. I barely know the plot. Isn't that the one with Miley Cyrus? Yes, that's the one with Miley Cyrus, and she's living the best of both worlds. Where the age when streaming was birthed, I still remember when Redbox stopped existing. I remember watching and renting Redbox movies. Oh my goodness, Redbox was so fun. The plot is the best of both worlds. I mean, like that is the plot. Before I took Power Rangers very seriously. That's fair. I can respect that. I didn't really watch a ton outside of Disney. We were a Disney family in general, but there were a few things outside of it that my brother and I would watch. for a short period of time, we watched this show called Bakugan. Another short period of time, we watched Beyblade. We watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. There was a very, very tiny period of time that we would watch Dragon Ball Z. Did not like, I didn't really care for Dragon Ball. I mean, like, as a kid, I thought it was cool. But now that I've gotten older, I've realized that half the episodes were them just powering up and screaming at each other. And then killing each other, but then they come back to life somehow because they need them for another season. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? That is a really good question, actually. Wait. There were a couple really good shows on Cartoon Network. I liked... When I was watching it, there was... Star Wars The Clone Wars was still on Cartoon Network. And they had a How to Train Your Dragon TV show that was actually pretty good. And then... there's another one on there too, I think. Cartoon Network strictly wins because of Clone Wars. That's understandable. I can kind of get it. There was 6 seasons of amazing TV right there. Both had really good shows. Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon had a really good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show. I didn't really watch a ton on there, though. My parents did not like SpongeBob. And honestly, I kind of get it. I kind of understand why. Cartoon Network had a lot, but I don't know. Nickelodeon fell off trying to compete with Disney. That's kind of fair. I wouldn't say all 6 seasons were great. Half of season 1 kind of sucked, but it was still good. Seasons 2, 3, and I think 4 were great. 5 kind of struggled a little bit. Season 6 was good. And then season 7, when Disney Plus picked it back up, was pretty good. Okay, I need to start wrapping things up, unfortunately. I won't lie, SpongeBob does have a couple of funny clips. I can admit that. Both had really good shows. Cartoon Network a lot. Let's say all 6 seasons were great. Are we only taking the Nickelodeon cartoons up? That's a fair point. Nickelodeon had like what was it, iCarly? And shoot. Season 2 had good arc episodes, but all the filler episodes were straight poop nuggets. That is like the most admiral sentence I think I've ever read. Wow. I was a Disney kid and I only really saw Nickelodeon at my aunt's house because my cousin liked Nickelodeon more. That's fair. My brother would watch Nickelodeon out of like rebellion, I think, at my grandparents' house, but I don't know if he really enjoyed it. It was just my parents didn't really care for it. They were kind of monitoring that a lot more closely. Whereas Disney was usually the safer bet. Not me, by the way. No, that wasn't Admiral. Admiral actually didn't really care too much. Victorious is great. I don't think I've seen any episodes of Victorious. I've seen a little bit of iCarly. Watch Degrassi on Teen Nick. He loves orange soda. Orange soda's not too bad. Orange soda is not too bad. I wouldn't go out of my way to drink it, but if it's there, I would. Now, grape soda Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love some grape soda, dude. I don't know why, but grape soda just, it hits different. Oh, is that okay? I see. I don't think I've ever heard of Kenan and Kel. That might be before my time, Nathan. Power Rangers martial artists playing teens fighting bugs. That sounds amazing. Best of two worlds. What? The old and new world? Was she secretly European and an American? Crazy. Crazy. My cousin was a single child until she was an adult and had two brothers until my sister was born at home and five siblings total. So I was used to letting people choose what to watch. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I grew up sort of similarly in that I have three older siblings and one younger sibling, and you know, it was hard for us to find something everybody would agree to. Disney had like the mass appeal, I think, where usually the episodes had something for everybody. It was funny enough for all ages. Um, you know, we still watch Phineas and Ferb. My niece's nephew and sister and brother-in-law, they still watch Phineas and Ferb because it's tolerable. That's actually kind of still funny as well. I find it hilarious. Um, but as a kid, it was engaging. It was good. But there's a lot of shows like that. For example, I've seen episodes of Jessie as an adult, and I'm kind of like, I did not understand that joke as a kid, but that one was made for adults. That's good. Nowadays, I feel like most of their stuff just it doesn't hit as well. But the older stuff, there's a lot of stuff there that just perfect. Wide range appeal, really. Uh, okay, sweet. 1996 to 2001, Kenan Cal. Okay, yeah, that was before my time. By about 3 years, unfortunately. But, you know, that's okay. It just means I'll be able to discover it at a later date, and maybe I'll enjoy it. Who knows? I do have to end stream here because ads are incoming, and we have been live for an hour like I was planning. Have you seen Good Burger, the film? I don't believe so. Do I need to add that to my list? If so, I can. We will be doing a raid, though. So I encourage you guys to hop in, stick around for the free channel points, and you'll get to meet a cool streamer along the way. We'll actually be saying hello to Violet Fox. They are currently playing on the Sunrise SMP, and they are, I think, enchanting right now. So, no mending. Prediction, yes, prediction outcome. I'm sorry, guys, I failed you. We did not get mending today. But next time we will. That's how that works, okay? Trust, guys, trust. Trust me. Nikita, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. 50 times total. GG's. My niece is showing me her dance moves all. I lost 500 points. How will I ever go on? That's crazy, God. That's wild. Alright, guys. I appreciate you being here. It's been a lot of fun. I know it's a shorter stream today, but I will love to see you guys again on Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday. And who knows, maybe you'll see me again at some other point. We'll just have to wait and see. Tuesday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? All right, but hop in the raid, get some free channel points, meet a cool streamer along the way. Violet Fox is a frequent supporter of the channel, often dropping by with raid here and there. So yeah, it's always good to go and support people who support us and spread the support, I guess. I don't know what the word I was looking for there was, but appreciate y'all. See ya, Diana. See ya, Loves. See ya, Nathan. See ya, Nikita, Honeybun, Admiral, Coral. Appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you guys again next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.